Hello there everyone, it's me, Lamer Gamer. Hope you're all doing well. Now today's video is a tutorial all about how to create and edit or configure an events widget such as this one up here. If you do find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. You can also find me streaming regularly on Twitch, so if you do have any questions about this tutorial or any other tutorials I post, then please feel free to pop in there, say hello and ask away. I may not be able to give you all the answers, but I'll do my best. Now, let's get creating that widget. Now this video does assume that you know how to use and create browser sources. If you don't, I have done a tutorial on that and you can find a link to that up here. First thing you're going to need is a Stream Elements account because this widget is from Stream Elements. And then you're going to use it as a browser source in your stream setup. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I do. Okay, so as you can see here, we are on Stream Elements homepage. What you'll need to do is you'll need to log in with either your Twitch, YouTube or Facebook account. I use Twitch, so here we go. Once you've logged in, you'll come to a dashboard similar to this. And what you're going to then need to do is go over to Themes Gallery. Across the top, you'll look for the thing that says Widgets. You click that. And then when you're on this page, you're going to need to scroll all the way down and find something here that says Events Rotator, created by CO6 Studio. Just to double check that you are using the right widget, click Preview. And you'll see there an example of the widget. If you click the magnifying glass, then you can see it even larger. To get out of this view, click the little cross in the top right hand corner. And now you're happy that this is the widget for you, click Create My Overlay. You're either going to create a new overlay or you're going to add it to your existing. What I'm going to do for the purposes of this tutorial is create a new overlay. Then you're going to want to name your new overlay. I'm going to call this Ticker Tutorial. Once I've done that, I'm going to click Create My Widget. What this does then do is instantly gives you the URL you can use as a browser source in your streaming software. However, it's not been configured, so what we want to do is go to See Theme in My Overlays. Once you're in your overlays, scroll down and find the widget you've just created. And there it is there, Ticker Tutorial. We're going to click Edit. I've clicked Edit and it brings me to this page. And as you can see here on the right is our Events widget. Now if you've linked your Twitch already to this, it will start showing information from your Twitch or YouTube account. But it may not necessarily be information you want. All the other information is currently transparent because it's being hidden on the scene. Although if you do want to read it, you just click it, come over to the left here where it says Toggle Visibility and you click the eye. And there it is. It says you can customize slider and can play. And it talks about all the different things you can do. Up to 12 event titles, blah 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 and blah blah blah. The one I'm interested in is this one here. I'm going to reveal that or toggle the visibility. And it tells you all the different syntaxes that you need to show all the different elements that you want to show in your event ticker. To modify this widget, you then click the widget itself, so it's selected. You then come over to the left hand side of the screen and you go into Settings. And essentially this then goes through all the different events and slider scenes that you can have in this widget. I think you can have up to 12 according to the information on the widget info here. It also allows you to configure things like color and font type. So for instance, if we want to change the slash here that is currently red, we click here and we can pick a color. So for this instance, we're going to pick bright yellow. There it is. We're going to select there and the ticker will refresh and change the color of the strike. And there it is, yellow. You can change the title colors as well. So for instance, if I want the colors of the titles to be black, I'm going to select that and it will refresh. So there you go, it says last events, which is black. Then it will show us the first event. So here we've got red for the top line and orange for the bottom line, as you can also see over here on the left. So I'm going to change these to blue. And what else can I change it to? Let's change it to white, just so they look really strange and obviously changed. So it takes a few seconds for it to update itself, and then the ticker should come back to life but restart from the very start. So it says last events, which is my first slide, and it should have purple then white, which is there. Brilliant. So now we've learned how to change colours on the ticker. As well as this, you can change the speed at which the slider changes. So for instance, this is every 5 seconds. The slider's starting on its left or right hand side. So for instance, if I want to start it on the right hand side now, so there we go, it slides from right to left. And if I change it back to left, it will slide from the left to the right. There we go. You can change the sizes of the slash and the size of the titles. Once your widget has cycled through all the various slides, it will actually give you the option to choose how many seconds before resetting the slider. In this case, it's currently default set to 40. You can also choose that the slider resets on a new event. So every time someone donates or something like that, or something happens in your channel, the slider will reset. However, I don't do this because sometimes if things are really busy in chat, not all of your goals or events get shown. And if multiple things are happening on your stream and it's really busy, then you may miss out on some things. Scrolling down, so now we're into the actual sliders and the configuration of the various bits and bobs in this widget. And each slider is made up of a similar sort of thing. So you can say whether or not you need to show the slider, because for instance, if you don't have, let's scroll to the bottom, 12 things you want to show, then you press no. Otherwise you just get loads of blank slides, which is pointless. So if we scroll back up to the top, and we'll start from the start. So the first one I always like to start with is a title slider. They call it slider 1, you can call it whatever you want. I'm leaving it as slider 1. I've chosen to show it, which means when my widget starts, it shows last events. It's a title slider, which means that it doesn't use actual metrics from your channel, it just literally posts text. In this case, last and then events. And as we did previously, you can set the color to a title slider to whatever you want, so it differentiates it from the rest of the widget. For the purpose of this, I will change this to something else. Now remember, you don't need to have all the lines filled. So for instance, I put here test event widget hello. If I delete the word hello from the second line, it will update it and it will show this. So as you can see, it doesn't fill the gap. So there is a line that needs to be filled, or if you're happy with it looking like that, you can leave it like that. It's completely up to your preference. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to leave it in. We then move on to slider 2, which at the moment is set to follower latest. Now this pulls information from your Twitch or YouTube channel and puts it directly into the widget, as long as you've linked them to the Stream Elements account. Now here it's set up to be follower latest, so if I click this, it gives you all the different things that you can add into your stream widget. So you can put things like subs goal, you can put follower latest, you can choose latest cheer, you can choose pretty much all the metrics that any streamer would want to show on their channel. As you can see here, I've left this up for a reason, so you can see the syntaxes that you need to be able to import that information correctly into the widget. On slider 2, we are set to follower latest. So if we come down the side here and find follower latest, it should say name in brackets. What you can put is a bit of text, but then it will be looking for this to insert the information. If I now delete this out, it will not show the information. It will just say welcome name. But once again, you have to go through each slide, which can become a bit of a pain, but we live for it. There we go. Welcome name. But it is really important to follow these syntaxes. Make sure that you use the right code for your correct slider. So there's welcome. Here's another word, cheer latest, name X amount and bit. So if I go look for latest cheer, it actually says cheer latest. It looks for amount, name, and a message. But in this case, we've only used the name section and the amount section. And basically all you need to do then is go through and set up the widget how you would like it. Once you're happy with that, you then press save. It might be obvious, but please, 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 when you've made changes, press save. Otherwise, when you use the URL in your browser source on your streaming software, it won't transfer across. So I'm going to press save. At the bottom it says saving and then saved. I'm now going to click copy overlay to URL. In the bottom right hand corner it says copied to clipboard, and now we're ready to import it as a browser source into our streaming software. In this case I will be using Streamlabs OBS, but as long as you can use browser sources in your chosen streaming software, it shouldn't be a problem. So what you can see here is my Streamlabs setup. What I'm going to do now is add that widget into the scene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click add new source. I'm going to click browser source. I'm going to click add source. I'm going to click add new source instead. I'm going to call it ticker test. I'm then going to click add source. I'm then going to input the browser source reference here, which we got from the website. I'm going to set it as 1920 by 1080p. I'm then going to press done. As you can see now, the ticker has appeared. I'm just going to move it so you can see it a little bit better. As you can see here, we still have the white text from the instructions. So what we're going to do is remove that. So head over to Stream Elements. You're then going to select the instructions, and then all you're going to do is press the toggle visibility, and then you're going to press save, and that is that. Minimize this, and it's disappeared. Then all you're going to need to do is crop it, put it in the right place, and use it in every scene you want. And once you're happy with your event widget, you can change it as many times as you want to make it applicable to your stream. This is what mine looks like at the moment, and you can see it on my stream regularly when I stream on Twitch. If you did find this video useful, then please do feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I also stream regularly on Twitch where you'll see this little widget. So if you want to ask any questions, please feel free to drop in and talk about them there. If not, just come hang out and we'll have some fun. In the meantime, you take care, and I'll see you online. Cheers.